geopolitical scenario, which brought fundamental changes in the perception, environment, and motivation of Indian armed forces. The travails of partition traumatizing the displaced population were not yet over when in October 1947, Jammu and Kashmir were invaded by the Pakistan Army-led armed tribesmen of the northwest frontier. In the operation that followed, my sappers engaged in construction and repair of a large number of bridges, culverts, roads and tracks. We also extended the Rajouri airstrip for Dakotas. In the Nashera sector, Lance Havildar Narendra Dutt, later honorary captain, earned the Veer Chakra for his heroic efforts. Issues related to partition were still getting resolved. Amongst the three sappers, I was worst hit by the partition. Most of my equipment, funds and mess property went to the Royal Pakistan Engineers. In spite of the handicaps, the Bengal Centre survived and, slowly but surely, rebuilt itself. Groundwork for this was laid by the first post-independence Indian commandant of the regimental centre, Colonel J.S. Dillon. When Pandit Nehru visited Roorke in November 1949, he was so impressed by the Bengal Sappers Parade commanded by Colonel J.S. Dillon that he chose him to command the First Republic Day Parade in 1950 at New Delhi. He was later to be Army Commander of the Central Army and became the first service officer to be conferred the Padma Bhushan in November 1965. During the 1962 India-China War, my sappers created history by taking 10 D-50 dozers to Sela at 14,000 feet above sea level and pulled off the seemingly impossible task of maneuvering these machines over a 13,600-foot high pass using a mule track to provide a lifeline to troops of 4 infantry divisions. In addition, advanced landing grounds were constructed and maintained at Toys, Fuche, and improvement of airfields was undertaken at Leh and Trishul, the highest airfields in the world. In the 1965 Indo-Pak War, my men provided engineering support on all the fronts. One of the outstanding feats was the construction of the Uri Hajipir Poonch Road at an altitude of 14,000 feet. The group was awarded the Theatre Honour, Jammu and Kashmir 1965, for executing sapper tasks against heavy odds. In the western sector, Lieutenant General J.S. Dillon, General Officer commanding 11 Corps, was responsible for the operations. A true Bengal sapper, General Dillon, known for his operational acumen and technical ingenuity, activated a flooding scheme, thus trapping and destroying Pakistan's most potent armoured formation. This converted Khem Karan and Asal Uttar into a graveyard for pattern tanks. 2 of these tanks placed at the entrance of my regimental centre even now serve to inspire my men and all those who pass by. One of my field companies was awarded Theatre Honour, Punjab 1965 for this operation. In the 1971 war, victory of the Indian Army was largely contingent on the timely crossing of our forces across the innumerable obstacles in the riverine terrain of what was then East Pakistan. The tradition of engineering improvisation and innovation saw its zenith during this widely acclaimed military campaign, when bridges, fords, culverts and ferries had to be constructed virtually at every kilometre along the advance axis. A bridging operation that stood out for its sheer magnitude was the bridge constructed over river Madhumati. My innovative sappers surpassed their own record of the longest operational bridge when 58 and 63 engineer regiments jointly constructed a mind-boggling 1,384 feet composite bridge over the river in a record time of 34 hours. The regiments truly deserve the Theatre Honour East Pakistan 1971 awarded to them for this remarkable feat. Besides this, 5 more of my regiments were awarded theatre honours during this war. Individually, Major Surinder Vats